Hi and welcome. Sleep well. You are advised to sleep well. Both the sentences seem to be different, but both of them give equal meaning. There is no difference in delivering the meaning in both the sentences. Both of them are equal. Whereas the first sentence is said to be in active voice and the second is in the passive voice. And this is a special case in active and passive voice. So in this video you are going to learn all the special cases, especially there are 10 special cases in the active and passive voices. When we change a sentence from active to passive, we have to remember these special cases not to make any mistake. So shall we start? But before we start, if you haven't subscribed this channel, I'd be really very happy if you please click on the subscription bell like buttons and do share the video so that I'll come up with many this kind of videos in the future. And if you're ready, let's start. Welcome back. If you really want to know what is an active voice and what is a passive voice, I have given the video link in the description below. You can watch the video and understand what exactly active voice, passive voice, and how to change an active voice sentence into passive voice, and come back to this video so that you would understand what are the real 10 special cases of active and passive voice. And in this video we are going to talk about 10 special cases of active and passive voice. And what are the special cases, why are they considered to be very special, and how careful we should be while changing these sentences into passive voice. The first one is the active voice with a negative statements. For example, if the active voice structure is do, not, verb 1, in the passive voice it is am, is, are, not, verb 3. It is written like this. Whereas does, not, verb 1, it is written as am, is, are, not, verb 3. Whereas if it is did, not, verb 1, it is written in the passive voice as was, were, not, verb 3. For example, let's see them in sentences. I don't drink tea. It is an active sentence. Here tea is not drunk by me. So don't drink has changed as is not drunk. And the next sentence, they didn't learn English. That is active structure. The passive structure is English was not learned by them. Next sentence, he does not play football. Football is not played by him. So when the negative statement is there in the active structure, this is how a sentence is changed to passive structure. This is the first one. The second special case in the passive structure is somebody, someone. These two words are not written in the passive structure. Though they are present in the active voice, they are omitted, not written in the passive structure. For example, someone has broken the door. It is active sentence. And the passive is the door has been broken. That's it. Someone is not written, it is omitted, it is understood in the context. In a similar manner, somebody opened the door, active voice. The door was opened, so somebody is omitted. So someone, somebody, these two words are omitted, not written in the passive voice. This is a second special case. The third special case is nobody, nothing, none. If these three words, any one of them, if they present in active voice, how they change in the passive voice. For example, if nobody is there in active voice, it is changed as not anybody. If nothing is there in active voice, it is changed as not anything. If none is there in active voice, it is changed as not anyone. Let's see them in the examples. Nobody solved the problem. And this is an active voice sentence, and the passive structure is the problem was not solved by anybody. Not anybody. In the second sentence, nothing gave the confidence. This is active structure. And the passive structure is the confidence was not given by anything. In a similar manner, none has found my pen. The passive structure is my pen has not been found by anyone. So nobody, nothing, none, when they appear in active voice, we have to change them accordingly in the right way. This is the third special case of active and passive voice. The next fourth special case is when there are two objects in the active voice, how we should change them into passive voice. Normally we have direct object and indirect object in the active voice. So for example, if you take a sentence, Rani gave me a pen. Here Rani is a subject, of course, but there are two objects in this sentence. Gave is a verb, me is one object, a pen is another object. Here a pen is a direct object, me is indirect object. And how this active voice sentence is changed into passive voice? We can change this active voice sentence into passive voice in two ways. With direct object we can write an passive structure. With indirect object also we can write a passive structure. For example, a pen was given to me by Rani. We have written this sentence with a direct object. With indirect object, I was given a pen by Rani. So these two sentences are right. So when two objects are there, we have two passive structures. In a similar manner, Ravi has taught us English. If we change this into passive structure, English has been taught to us by Ravi. That is one way of writing. The other way of writing is we have been taught English by Ravi. These two are right. And when two objects are there, we have two passive structures of this active sentence. This is the fourth special case. The fifth special case is interrogative sentences, which means questions. We have two way of questionings. They are yes or no questions and WH questions. So the fifth one is yes or no questions. Yes or no questions are normally formed with the help of helping verbs. They are auxiliary verbs, we say. And if there is a structure like in the active voice, am, is, are, verb 1 ing form, and it is changed as am, is, are, being, verb 3. For example, are you writing a letter? It's a question, and it is changed in the passive structure. Is a letter being written by you? So this is a passive structure. In a similar manner, have, has, verb 3 is changed as have, has plus been plus verb 3. Example, has he taken the tea? And it is changed in the passive structure. Has the tea been taken by him? In the next structure is do plus verb 1. If it is there, it is changed as am, is, are plus verb 3. For example, do you know him? This sentence is changed as in the passive structure. Is he known to you? And the next structure is did plus verb 1. If it is there, was verb plus verb 3. It is changed as in the passive structure. Example, did you know him is changed as was he known to you. If in the active structure modal verb plus verb 1 appears, we have to change this into passive structure like modal verb plus be plus verb 3. For example, can you ride a horse? It is changed as can a horse be ridden by you? So these are all the interrogative sentences which are formed with the help of helping verbs. They are called yes or no questions, and this is also a special case in active and passive voice. The sixth special case is interrogative sentences which are formed with the help of question words. They are called WH questions. They are normally formed with the question words like which, who, what, where, when, why. And for example, if you see them in the sentences, whom did he see? This is an active structure. Who was seen by him? This is how we write in passive voice. The next sentence, what is she doing? It's an active sentence. And what is being done by her is a passive structure. In the next sentence, why has he allowed the changes? This is an active structure. Why have the changes been allowed by him is a passive structure. In a similar manner, when will you repay the loan? Is changed as when will the loan be repaid by you? And there will be a slight difference in writing the passive structure when the question starts with WH verb, who. Let us see it. Who donated the money? It is changed as by whom was the money donated. This is how the structure of a passive sentence when a question starts with who. The second sentence is who collected the funds? By whom were the funds collected? This is how we write passive structure. In a similar manner, who can cut the branch? This is the active structure. When we write in the passive structure, by whom can the branch be cut? So this is how active structures of double H questions are changed into passive structures, and this is the sixth special case of active and passive voice. The next one is the seventh special case of active voice and passive voice. They are with imperative sentences. Imperative sentences normally do not have the subject, but they have the object most of the time. If the active structure of a sentence is verb 1 plus object, it is changed into passive voice like let plus object plus be plus verb 3. Or if the active structure is don't plus verb 1 plus object, in the passive structure, let plus object plus not plus be plus verb 3. It is how it is changed. For example, let us see them in the sentences. The active sentence is open the door. It is changed as let the door be open. Push the gate, active sentence. Let the gate be pushed. It's a passive structure. Don't disturb him. Let him not be disturbed is a passive structure. The next sentence is don't call him with his nickname. That is active structure. The passive structure is let him not be called with his nickname. This is a passive structure. So all these imperative sentences normally take let in a passive structure. That is very, very crucial. The next special case, the eighth special case, is with regard to imperative sentences only, but they are requests. Let us see them. If the active structure includes please or kindly, in the passive structure we are supposed to add you are requested to in the passive structure. Let's see them in the examples. In the active sentence, please open the door. If it is there, we can write this sentence into two ways in the passive voice. For example, let the door be opened please, or you are requested to open the door. Both the sentences are right. So one active structure have two passive structures. In a similar manner, please don't disturb him can be written in two ways. The first one is let him not be disturbed please. That is one way. The second way is you are requested not to disturb him. This is also right. The second seems to be a bit simple, so adding to before the verb 1 is quite simple and it's very easy to follow also. And this is the eighth special case of active voice and passive voice. The ninth special case of active and passive voice is proposals. If a sentence starts with let in the active voice, what happens? For example, let plus subject plus verb 1 plus object, and it is changed into passive voice like let plus object plus be plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. This is how it is changed in the passive voice. Let's see them in the examples. Let him do it. It is active structure. If we change it in passive, let it be done by him. This is a passive structure of this particular sentence. In a similar manner, let her carry the bag. This is an active structure. If we change this into passive structure, let the bag be carried by her. So this is how the proposals are written in the passive structure, and this is a ninth special case of active and passive voice. And the last one, the 10th special case of active voice passive voice is that class is considered as it. So if there is that class in active voice, in passive voice we have to consider it as it. We have to write it as it. For example, let us see them in the sentences. In the active voice, people believe that the earth is flat. Here the sentence people believe what? That the earth is flat. So enter that the earth is flat is that class, and it is believed. So what is believed? That the earth is flat. So people believe can be replaced with it, and that is how we write passive structure. And if you write this sentence into passive voice, it is believed that the earth is flat. So by people can be written or cannot be written. It is believed by the people that the earth is flat. In a similar manner, let us take the other sentence. The teacher said that the sun is the nearest star to the earth. So it can be changed in the passive structure like it was said by the teacher that the sun is the nearest star to the earth. So by the teacher can be written or cannot be written, omitted also. So the teacher said is replaced by it was said. So this is how that class is changed as it. So these are all the 10 different cases, special cases of active voice and passive voice. And if you really change an active voice sentence into passive voice, and you have to be a bit careful with these kind of special cases, or else it's very easy. So when I say sleep well or you are requested to sleep well, this is a special case with regard to imperative sentence. It's a request, and both the sentences give equal meaning. So I hope you have understood what exactly the special cases of active and passive voices in this video. And if you really like this video, don't forget to click on the subscription bell like buttons, and do share the video so that I'll come up with many this kind of videos in the future. Thank you very much for watching the entire video.